Oh my goodness, they said it would never ever last, but you know what? Here we are in the year 2015, and we here at This May or May Not Be Satire has officially hit 500 videos. Yes, it took us nearly 5 years, but we did it. We've put up a lot of stuff. Most of it, not gonna lie, is very insignificant. It's very trifling. It's not exactly what I would consider earth-shattering multimedia. But I think over the years we actually have put up some pretty good stuff. And really, that's kind of the whole point of YouTube and the whole self-media trend. You know, it's kind of catalog not just the world around you, but just your own growth, your own development. And for this 500 video special, I want to get a little bit philosophical. Of course, I'm going to talk about the future trajectory of this little stupid YouTube channel I have, you know, kind of wax philosophically about, why I started it, why I'm here, why I keep uploading videos, and ultimately, you know, where this thing may be headed in the near future. All right, first off to begin, you know, I've always been a very, very big fan of YouTube. In fact, when I first heard about it way back in 2006, I was an early adapter. I remember back when it started, when I signed up my original account, the one I didn't actually, post videos because I didn't even have a computer that was fast enough to actually upload videos back then. There was such a limited amount of material. This is way, way before YouTube celebrities even remotely existed. This is the kind of thing where you could type in a term like Batman and you'd only get like 73 videos. I recall those days. That's how early of an adapter I was. And the reason why I thought YouTube, and to some extent still do think this, that it's such an amazing media platform is that it actually, for the first time in history, actually kind of democratizes media. Because, until YouTube came along, if you want to watch any sort of online content, it had to be created by a gatekeeper. And what YouTube did was actually allowed average people like you and me, the middleman, to kind of come along and actually create content that could actually kind of parallel and connect with an audience and be broadcasted, literally broadcasted, and go across the masses and be seen by millions of people in much the same way the traditional media companies and media platforms get their message across. So with that in mind, of course I was really huge onto it early because I thought it had a lot of really great sociopolitical implications. I thought, this thing could be used as such an incredible journalistic tool, a citizen media tool, to have guys go around exposing things. I think originally when I first started this here goofy YouTube channel, that was actually kind of my intent. I wanted to kind of focus more on serious, pressing, socio-political issues. And if you kind of look at the early stuff, there's a bit of that there that's, I think, fairly apparent. But of course, I didn't last on that very long. At the same time, though, when I started this channel, I was actually in college. So it's kind of going through my senior phase, or my junior going to senior phase, and just trying to mess around with multimedia and get stuff out there and just air some things in my mind and all that jazz. But that's later. That's later on. We're doing a career overview of This May or May Not Be Satire. So anyway, going back to 2006, I was a big fan. I was watching on my crappy desktop. I didn't even have a camera back then. And actually, this isn't the first YouTube channel, so I actually started one way back in 2009, but I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do. I was just putting up goofy stuff, random things, just testing out Windows Movie Maker. So that doesn't count. So anyway, the year 2011 rolls around. I'm a junior in college. Barack H. Obama's president. The Vancouver Canucks are in playoff contention. A different time indeed. And like I said, I was getting ready to graduate college, and I was about a year away from finally getting out of this thing that soaked up 5 years of my life. And I just wanted to do something to kind of, experiment, because I think traditionally I haven't been a very good public speaker. I have not been a great communicator. Now, by trade, I'm a writer. That's my occupation. That's how I put, pizza on the table. Pizza and blueberry, primarily. So I'm very good, I think, with the written word. But my entire life, I've kind of been a little socially conscious. I've been shy. I've been unable to actually kind of connect my voice with my brain when I'm out speaking and doing things on these engagements. So that's another kind of reason why I started a YouTube channel, is actually get there and speak and connect and kind of, use it as practice, sort of a public speaking platform to kind of develop skills for communications and getting out there and interviewing people. And surprisingly, I think it's worked. I think I'm a way better orator and communicator, and really just a overall human social scientist person. Wow, after all that stuff about saying these YouTube videos made me more eloquent, I come out and call myself a social scientist, human being person. But let's put it this way, it made me a better communicator. I can express myself a lot easier. I'm able to talk to more people. I can make quicker snap decisions when I'm speaking. So I think that's another element why I did it. So I kind of abandoned the whole sociopolitical stuff. I mean, I still do that sometimes, but I just really don't have the time for it because it takes forever. And frankly, I have what can be considered sort of a real job doing like communications, writing, journalism stuff, and news. So I get enough of that in my off hours. Trying to think what else is going on here. Beyond that, I just wanted to kind of catalog my life. I think that's really sort of the inherent beauty of YouTube as a platform in and of itself, is that I realized fairly recently, I was looking at all the videos I did, all 500 bajillion of them that I've chronicled over the years. And just looking at them, I watched myself grow. I watched my hair change. I watched myself gain weight, lose weight. I looked at all these places, where I'm doing videos, talking about stuff, and, I'm living this one place, I'm living the next. And it really has become sort of almost like a multimedia picture book. It's a scrapbook, really, of not just my experiences, but the experiences of the people around me. It's looking at, at relationships and friendships I still have, but some I don't have. It's me talking to people who have since passed away, that have gone on to greater things, have gone on to worse things. And it's something that's mine. It's completely and totally my own that I can share with others. And, there's a lot of really stupid stuff on here. There's a lot of stuff me talking about the Illuminati and making inaccurate sports predictions. But really, that's just being a part of the time. I love being, I guess the term would be ephemeral. A being of the time, because, this stuff is not going to last around forever. I love being caught up in the excitement, that temporary state of being. And, I think in a lot of ways, if you're a YouTuber like me and you really put a lot of effort into it, you're kind of a historian. You're a chronicler. You're kind of bearing witness for future generations so they know about things like the Hardee's Most Thick Burger, which doesn't seem that important, but you know what? 10 years from now, people are going to be curious about it. And I do think YouTube's going to be around 10 years from now. It's probably going to be around for the 20. It's been around this long. I think it's going to be an institution until, we start getting virtual reality and stuff. But, I just like doing it. I like cataloging the world around. I have a natural curiosity. I like to explore things. I like to kind of sit down and kind of get the nuts and bolts of all of God's wonderful creations. Like Batman Taffy. Batman Taffy and why the Beatles are overrated. All these really great things that just make life worth living. But, as I was saying earlier, I think with YouTube, okay, so maybe it's not the best platform for social justice. Okay, I understand that. Maybe it's not the best, platform for citizen-produced journalism. Okay, I get that. And granted, there's a lot of stupidity out there. If you look at most YouTube channels, you've got a lot of stuff that I think is completely just unimportant, correct? If it's not, copyright infringing, it's usually just something very stupid and meme-related. Or something really socially destructive, like watching kids at school fight, or all that world star hip-hop nonsense. So at least I'm using this outlet for something creative. Sometimes I can be a little critical, I can be a little caustic, but at the same time I'm also being productive. Instead of just being an internalized ball of anger and apathy, I'm actually taking my feelings and my thoughts and my external experiences and turning them into, for lack of a better word, art. Maybe not great art, but art nonetheless. It takes time, and I'm painting a portrait, and I'm getting thoughts across. I think it is sort of a really interesting hobby and a way to kind of express yourself, and even make a couple of friends, because I've done that through YouTube. Now, as far as the future of This May or May Not Be Satire, 500 videos, up until this point I've never really actually had sort of a blueprint in mind for what I wanted to do. I just talk about what I want to talk about. I didn't really want to be your traditional vlogger. I don't want to be a guy complaining and just becoming a one-trick pony, because my interests are diverse. I like to talk about a lot of things, and explore a lot of issues. So I don't want to kind of, just knuckle myself down and put myself just in one genre like everybody else. But at the same time, I also don't want to be such a broad sort of sweeping paintbrush that I'm covering just a complete bizarre amount of material, so that when you click on my channel, you don't really know what the general purpose is. So what I'm doing, and this begins with this 500th video, I want to know from you. I want to actually go out there and outsource to my beloved followers and subscribers and people who probably hate me because they don't actually know me as a human being, and kind of get some ideas about what you would like to see. What kind of videos do you want me to do? Do you like the MMA predictions? Well, okay, I'll see if I can do more about that. Maybe even reach out to you, do some crowdsourcing. We'll do videos together. Do you see me get into more sociopolitical stuff, more weird local attractions, more interviews, more political commentary, more social commentary, more reviews, just more ethereal stuff where I'm just talking about the weirdness of the world around us, more retro stuff where I kind of talk about, great artworks of the past, great multimedia. I really kind of want you to kind of help myself come up with a new platform to see kind of where we go with This May or May Not Be Satire. I really haven't even thought about monetizing the platform because I don't have that direct vision in mind. But I think if you guys kind of come together and you kind of throw out some ideas and we kind of get something concrete, we might actually be able to kind of turn This May or May Not Be Satire into something that may or may not be profitable, that might actually, become something that I can spend money on, because that's another great thing I do. I got all these views, got all these subscribers. I have not spent a single dime on video editing or equipment or arranging things. I'm just doing this because I enjoy doing it and I think it's fun connecting with people. So like I said, just let me know what you want to see me do. What do you like about this platform? What do you not like about the platform? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? If you have any new ideas, I'd love to hear those too, because I want this to not just be any other YouTube channel. I want it to be the people's YouTube channel. What kind of people, I don't know, but it's going to be the people's YouTube channel of some variety. A YouTube channel for some types of people, something like that. I'm confused myself. Well, anyway, I just want to say thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, thank you for giving me thumbs up and adding me to your video list and all that fun stuff, because it's been a hoot. I really enjoyed making these 500 last videos. I love chronicling my own life and my experiences and watching myself grow over the years. And you know what? I'm looking forward to the next 500 videos. You know what? Things can be radically different by the time video 1000 rolls around, and I want you to be a part of my life just as much as things like, potato chips and candy and old school arcade games. So anyway, once again, thank you for the support, and just to conclude, in case you're wondering about where we're headed, I assure you, the best is yet to come.